You are off the clock with Trish and Steve. Hey, Steve Bose. Oh, we have props?
I do. I have props. I'm just going to evaluate like your comments on this
Oh,
show, and
no.
if you do a good job, you'll get the smile. If not so great, you get
Oh.
there. You go. We're actually these are I we're actually using these tomorrow in our webinar with our friends at iSolve.
We
It's going to
are.
be part of the presentation, if you will.
Are you going to have smiley face and frowny face for tomorrow during the
No, I'm
webinar,
sure
or?
exactly what I might adorn the paddles with, but we'll
Well,
see.
we are myth busting tomorrow, so I think we're supposed to say whether we've busted the myth or not busted the myth. But
Mhm.
anyway, myth busting. Check it out tomorrow, right? We've tweeted out how to sign up for that, and it's free.
Yeah,
So
I
why
hope,
not?
I hope a lot of folks show up. It's tomorrow. God, I don't even remember what time it is. I should know that. I could check right
We'll
now.
tweet it out after today. Yeah, I'm like, all these things off the top of
2,
my
2
head. That's
p.m.
like,
2 p.m. Eastern time
there you go.
tomorrow.
Good deal. Good deal. Hey, you know what? It's funny that you're probably gonna give me a frown face for this, but I was gonna say, you know how like a few weeks ago we were talking about like mental health days and we should encourage people to take them. I
Yes.
feel like today I'm needing a mental health day for
Well,
no real reason. Do you ever do that? Like,
put in that time off request, and I'll have a look at it.
you'll have a look at it?
No, I think you should if you feel like you need it. And I actually earlier in the week I had considered doing the same this week, probably on Friday, just because why not? And also we have been busy. The springtime is a busy time for lots of folks, including us, and so
Yeah.
we're busy. And there's also a little bit of travel coming up for I think both of us to different things. So just the
Yeah.
travel is tiring as well, and it also gets you out of your rhythm. It impacts your ability to do other things that you might need to do, stay at home or spend time with whoever it is you want to spend time with.
I know.
Yes,
You
so
know
I'm
what? It's
encouraging
funny.
you. Our organization supports mental health breaks. Absolutely.
We do, and it's funny because you're talking about, like, planning one, which makes total sense to me, but I'm also thinking, like, I don't know, I guess I used to think of it like there would be something wrong, like something happened and now you're sad or whatever. I'm not. I'm just like,
Supporting.
"You're supporting that? Aw." I don't know, today I just feel out of it, but you know what? I don't think I need a whole day off. I think I'm gonna actually take a real break. I'm not really good like, these are our breaks, truly. That was why we started this.
They feel a
So
little like work, though, to me. But
does
that's
it
all right.
No, I was gonna share what I'm gonna do. So
Go.
I'm really trying to think of positive ways to deal with if you're just overwhelmed or tired or whatever, right? Today I'm just a little overwhelmed somehow. So anyway, I dug out a book I had not finished,
Oh,
Wild
nice.
Things: The Joy of Reading Children's Literature as an Adult.
Cool.
And it kind of talks to you each chapter about, some of the most famous books that we've all probably grown up on over the years. But the chapter I'm gonna actually go outside. It's a little chilly, but I'm gonna go outside, read a little bit,
Nice.
enjoy some sunshine. But I was gonna ask you about a couple of these books. Do you have like a favorite kids book or kids author? Like when you were young, was there one or two that kind of stood out to you?
That's slightly difficult to remember all the way back then.
Really?
But I do
Were you
recall
a reader?
reading.
Did you read a lot or no?
I don't know, probably. I actually, this is not a kid's book, so I guess because I'm deflecting on the answers, I don't really have one. But
Okay.
when I'm old enough to have been of the generation where parents would acquire for the household a full set of encyclopedias, like printed volumes of the encyclopedia. I'm not sure if you
That
had
was
this
so cool.
as a youth. I did, and like a new volume would show up every month for I don't know 2 years. I don't know how long it took to acquire.
You were clearly in a rich family, let me just say.
No. I was clearly not. I could that I didn't realize it at the time. I realize it now. But so this is now right. I don't think we had like TVs in our rooms as kids or anything like that. Of course, no phones, not a lot of entertainment. Kind of bedtime was bedtime. I literally, this is how nerdy and stupid I was. I literally would read the encyclopedia at night at bed, like in bed. That's how I passed my time.
I think kids our like growing up in the 70s and 80s, I think we absolutely read the encyclopedia.
I sure did. I read the whole
We
thing.
never had the whole set. So to tell you, like, I don't know if you remember,
Is
but
there a
like,
gap in your knowledge? Like anything that starts with an H, you have no
yeah.
idea. Like if I
So
said, tell me about Honolulu, you'd be like, what? What is this
no.
place? It's exotic.
No. Did your grocery stores, so you grew up on the East Coast, I was in the Midwest. You could like go to the grocery store and like this week the encyclopedia you could get was like H.
Yeah, I think
If
that's
you
how it works.
bought $50 in groceries, you got H for $1 or
Yeah,
something, right?
it was something like that. Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
had like
They didn't show up all
random
at once. So you just had a few different
we
letters.
had random letters, but yeah, I was big on going to the library, and it's funny. It is a long time ago. I would kind of forgot about this. I don't go to the library now. We do everything online, right? And so I would go to the library, and I first of all, one of my favorite kinds of books. It's not even a specific book, but it's still my favorite. Choose your own adventure books. Love them. I keep it literally. It's right here on my desk at all times. This one's Mystery of the Maya. I don't know, because you can like choose your adventure really quickly. The
Mhm.
other two were Beverly Cleary. Did you read those books? Like Mouse and the Motorcycle or all the Ramona books?
I don't think so.
No? You're missing out. You need to go grab one. And the last one was Judy Bloom, which Judy Bloom.
I'm busy reading about like the geological features of like Western Europe or something in the encyclopedia.
I don't know. It just got me thinking like these are the kinds of books when I think back to like Tales of a Fourth Grade Nothing it's all about like family relationships and relationships with other people. And so I don't know, maybe there's something to kind of maybe I should go
Mhm.
back and read a kid's book and learn a
Yeah,
little bit about handling things. But
just
anyway,
don't read the original Curious George. I know I've done that rant on the show a few times now. Do not read that one because it's incredibly racist and awful. So
I
don't
know.
read
A
Curious
lot,
George.
you know what? Like a lot of things don't hold up all these years later. It would be interesting to hear, like for anybody out there, think of your favorite kid books, and I wonder if they do hold up or not. But anyway, that's what I was thinking about today, only because I am going to go read sort of the adult version, children's literature as an adult, and I don't know, should be fun. What else you got going on?
You
Anything
know,
good?
everyone is taught, and I don't really want to spend too much time on this because I don't really care, but everyone, it seems like the news, even in some casual
I have a
conversation,
feeling.
everyone's talking about Elon Musk and Twitter, right? That has just dominated it knocked the war in Ukraine kind of off the front page, if you will, the digital front page. Although I know that's not really true, but it
Yeah.
feels like it in a way. We're not really talking about that or COVID. We're talking about Twitter, which is dumb. But there's two things I thought were interesting that I read in this
Okay.
sort of aftermath of that buyout bid becoming accepted and likely to happen, which are kind
Right.
of HR workplacey
Okay.
for the Twitter employees themselves. The first one was, according to this is reported in Bloomberg News, so I'm not making this up or sourcing this from like wacko tweets.
Okay.
According to Bloomberg News, Twitter apparently has locked down a lot of its source code to the actual Twitter service and to the
Okay.
Twitter apps, locked down its source code to mitigate or prevent any potential, not that it's happened, as far as we know, but to prevent any potential unauthorized and by assumption malicious changes to the source code that any disgruntled employees or developers may enact. So if there's some Twitter developer who's not super excited about these developments and what's going to happen with the company, they want to make sure no one goes rogue essentially and takes down the service or does something awful. And then the second one, which I wonder if this ever happened to you anywhere you worked due to some sort of business decision or change in leadership, especially. The New York Times, Trish, New York Times has reported that hiring managers at Twitter, right? Because like most companies, Twitter's probably always hiring. A pretty big company. I think they're over 10,000 employees now.
They're really big.
Hiring managers are being asked to record how many potential new hires are now turning down job offers since the Elon Musk takeover news broke. So they're worried that it's also going to impact their ability to recruit and possibly retain. And then they're worried about their source code. So yeah, it's going to be weird. Because I got to believe in any kind of big, massive change in an organization. And their CEO there's kind of relatively new, right? The former CEO only recently stepped down.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, it's not going to sit well with them for whatever reasons. And who knows what's going to happen. So yeah, how about that?
You know, I did follow that a little bit over the last couple days. I'll just full transparency, I'm not an Elon Musk fan. I'm just not. I don't care for him for a variety of reasons. But what I do find fascinating, like the sociologist in my brain, is more around that when any big change happens, like you're saying, just this is just any company, right? Any big leadership change, any ownership change. we always, as people, tend to go toward the negative. Like, what does this mean? This is devastating. This is horrible. I think that I wish there were a little bit more balanced sort of well, what could go right, right? Elon
Mm.
Musk has a ton of money. He has a lot of really wild, out there, innovative ideas, right? The guy's going to space, he's doing all sorts of stuff. So I think that I just wish there'd be a little bit more balance in what could possibly go well in this. Yes, there are probably going to be changes. You and I have been on this platform since, I think, since the inception, right? Or a year
Yeah,
after it.
yeah, yeah.
So a long time. But like any business, things have to change. You have to adapt. You have to go on. There are going to be new leaders. If you don't like your new leader, I guess go somewhere else, right? So, I don't know, I'm trying to take a little more practical approach, even though I don't care for him personally.
Mhm.
I am a little curious. He's an innovative guy, like him or not, and what if he brings some really cool new features to Twitter? What if, you and I do a lot of work on Twitter. We meet a lot of people we wind up working with on the platform. What if this opens up opportunities for people to connect better, easier, faster, whatever? I don't know.
I'd have that. I'm gonna say no on that one. I'm
You're
not that interested in that part of it. And I think your point is fair.
I
There
don't know.
hasn't been a ton of innovation, right, at Twitter over a number of years. It's pretty much the same thing it kind of always was. They've experimented here and there with some different things, and they didn't always really work out or sort of have a lot of uptake. So yeah, I'd be interested to see. But anyway, those kind of cracking down on the source code and the new hire stuff is yeah.
As
We'll
any
see.
business would protect themselves, it sounds like they are as well. So, but I think you're gonna have fallout and sometimes good people need to go too, right? Like if you're not fitting with sort of the vision for the future,
Yeah,
sometimes that's your choice to be like, "You know what? I'll go find some other type of company to
I'll save a couple
help."
of these things for Friday, Trish, and I'll just run through them all probably on Friday. But I'll give you
Okay.
one more.
One more, then
I
we'll
got
go.
an urgent email and a text and an email, right, from my health insurance provider, which
Oh,
I have to
no.
tell you, I'm not in regular contact with. Please log in, Steve. You have an urgent message, right? So like not the message wasn't in the
Oh,
text or in the email.
gosh.
I had to go find a way to
Right.
log into this portal, which I didn't even know how to do, but I figured it out. Here's the message.
Oh, no.
Hi, Steve. How about you come on down for a colonoscopy? That was the message.
What? That
Oh,
was your message?
boom. Let's go smiley face down on that. That stunk. That's it.
Yeah. I was at my regular doctor not too long ago, back in January, and there's was a big picture on the wall of like all these girls with like big, huge 80s hair, like late 80s, big hair. And it was like, if you have a yearbook photo that looks like one of these, it's time for your colonoscopy.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Maybe
I
Elon
know.
Musk can
We've
figure out
got
how
to
to
do
make
it.
that process a little better.
I'm gonna tell you what, we've got to do it.
Why
If you
doesn't he
haven't
take that one
done
on?
it, I don't want to do it, but we got to do it. We are of the age. So anyway, enough of it. Well, thanks for ending on that note. We started with depression and we ended with poop. Great. What a show.
I didn't really say that, but all right.
All right, I said it. Whatever. It's my show. I can say what I want. Hey, everyone, thank you for hanging in there if you're still watching. If not,
No
I
one's
guess we'll
watching.
catch you on Friday. Hopefully we will have a little happier. We'll do more smiley face things on Friday. How about that? Yay. All right, everyone, have a good rest of your day.